Just a year ago, getting real, tangible results from AI felt incredibly hard. Most of us were just wasting hours pulling our hair out trying to engineer the absolute perfect prompt. But listen, that reality has completely changed in 2026. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're uncovering why the old advice you've been following is actually, well, it's holding you back. It is no longer about hunting down the absolute best single tool, and it is definitely not about complex prompt engineering anymore. In fact, if you just avoid one massive trap and execute a few highly leveraged strategies, you will instantly catapult your workflow ahead of 99% of people using AI today. Seriously, it's a completely different game now, and the barrier to true mastery has literally never been lower, as long as you know exactly where to focus your energy. So let's talk about the biggest trap out there right now, the amateur versus the pro approach. The amateur is constantly bouncing around between ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Perplexity, but only ever at a super shallow level. Honestly, it just causes exhausting tool fatigue and total burnout from chasing every new benchmark. But the pro? The pro focuses on extreme leverage. They go incredibly deep into one single connected ecosystem. When you do this, the platform actually learns your specific preferences. It builds in your custom knowledge, and it ends up automating massive chunks of your day. So here is our exact structured roadmap to take you from basic text inputs all the way to, let's call it God mode, custom app building. We're going to cover the tool hopping trap, perfecting the context interview, building your AI staff, the absolute magic of vibe coding, choosing your core ecosystem, and finally, a curated list of essential specialized tools. Okay, let's dive into section 1, perfecting the context interview. The very first step to mastery is moving past the total myth that you need complicated, multi-layered prompt engineering. Forget all that. We just need to focus on simple, highly structured inputs using what we call the ICC framework. That's instructions, context, and constraints. It's really that simple. You just give clear action steps, your relevant background, and the rules or formats for the output. Think of it exactly like assigning a task to a brand new employee. If you hand them a super vague task with zero background, well, they're going to confidently hand you back total garbage. AI is absolutely no different. But here's the thing. Out of those three, the context is usually the hardest part to get right up front because, well, we naturally just leave important things out. So what if the AI knew exactly what questions to ask you? This is a brilliant strategy called the context interview, and it's a massive cheat code. At the end of your prompt, simply ask the AI to ask you questions to gather any additional context it might need. You just answer its questions, and suddenly, boom, you have an output meticulously tailored to your specific situation. Now, of course, even with perfect context, generative AI models can, and for sure will, confidently make things up. But implementing this precise 4-part checklist basically neutralizes those risks for any high-stakes work. First, ask the AI to indicate confidence levels for its claims. Second, demand it cite its sources so you can actually manually check them. Third, ask it to find an expert who would disagree with what it just generated. And fourth, just copy the response and paste it into a totally different model for a critique. It turns out models are actually really fantastic at critiquing each other. All right, moving right along to section 2, building your AI staff. We are going way beyond the basic chat interface here. This is where we escalate past that basic chat window and get into the real leverage of modern AI, which is persistent knowledge. Listen, starting a new chat for every single task is literally like hiring a clueless worker every single day who knows absolutely nothing about your business. It's exhausting. But starting a project, that's like handing a new hire your company handbook and standard operating procedures before day one. They are fully briefed before you even say hello. Let's break that down. Projects are self-contained workspaces that save your context, while skills are reusable, automated processes. And here is the really surprising part. Remember that context interview we just talked about? You can package the results of that interview directly into a project's permanent knowledge base, meaning you never have to answer those setup questions ever again. You are essentially building a personalized AI staff with dedicated experts ready to go the second you sit down. Okay, section 3, the magic of vibe coding. This is where things get really, really fun. This is the exact moment AI goes from just answering your questions to actually building standalone software. Inside these core ecosystems, you have incredible features like artifacts or canvas. If you drop some raw numbers into a prompt, the AI can instantly generate a fully styled, interactive dashboard right next to your chat in a dedicated side panel. And because it persists on the side, you aren't endlessly scrolling through chat history to find it. You just use natural language to say, hey, use our brand colors, and it updates it instantly. But it gets even more powerful with a concept called vibe coding. This is going to blow your mind if you aren't a programmer. It's simply describing what you want in everyday language and letting the AI write the underlying code. Using tools like Claude Code, a completely non-technical user can ask for, say, a Kanban board that automatically extracts action items from their meeting notes. The AI builds every single part of it, tests it, and automatically debugs it if it breaks. You get a fully functional custom app without touching a single line of code. It's wild. So, Section 4. Choosing your core ecosystem. It's time to pick your platform. To actually achieve this level of mastery, you have to stop hopping around. You need to commit to one single ecosystem. Now, the specific names differ depending on the platform, but these powerful parallel features exist across all three major players. ChatGPT has projects and Canvas. Claude uses projects and artifacts. Gemini uses notebooks and gems. You see, the name doesn't matter at all. What matters is utilizing the full depth of whichever ecosystem you decide to call home. So how do you actually choose? Well, ChatGPT is the broadest all-in-one app, and it definitely excels at image generation and live voice vision. Claude, on the other hand, is the absolute winner if your work involves heavy writing or vibe coding. It is 100% the builder's choice. Gemini really shines if you are deeply embedded in Google Workspace, and it has some genuinely incredible YouTube analysis capabilities. So just pick the one that aligns with your daily work, make sure you upgrade to the paid plan that's non-negotiable, and go deep. Section 5. Essential specialized AI tools. This is for that final 10% of your workflow. Look, once you've mastered your core ecosystem, it is going to handle 90% of your work. But for that remaining 10% where you might hit a limitation, here is a highly curated stack of specialized tools. Hugsfield is amazing for running multiple creative video models all at once. Granola takes meeting notes seamlessly without an awkward bot joining your call and announcing itself. Whisperflow is absolutely perfect for dictation. Notebook LM is a game changer because it eliminates hallucinations by strictly citing your uploaded research. N8 handles your deep automations, and Suno generates insanely good music. But remember, stick to your core first and only dabble here when you truly need to. All right, bringing it home with Section 6, the blueprint to 99%. Here is your action plan. The single biggest differentiator in AI success isn't watching yet another tutorial, it is immediate implementation. So consider this your explicit homework for today. First, pick a main topic you want help with. Then, run a context interview right now to gather your unique background. Third, package all of that up into a dedicated project workspace so the AI permanently retains it. And finally, figure out which of your daily subtasks you can automate using a skill or a custom vibe-coded app. I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. Implementation is what separates people who get results from people who don't. The era of casual tool hopping? It's over. The barrier to building your own custom automated AI staff is completely gone. The only question left is, which ecosystem will you master first? Get out there and start building.
Thank you. Share and subscribe to Learn AI for more AI insights.